Okay, now we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about how to fill in a hostess's order form. So, of course, we're going to fill in the information, and her name is going to be Holly Hostess. And I know you all wish you had an awesome name like that. So Holly Hostess, she is going to, you do all the math on her show, and by the way, when you do the math on her show, you are going to want to add up only the product total numbers. You are not going to add up the total amount due numbers. The total amount due numbers are going to include shipping and handling and sales tax, and that's not something we want to include when we give our free product because we don't make a profit on those things. So you're going to go ahead and go through all of her order forms, and let's say after everything is said and done, she had a $550 party. And I always like to write it down up here. That way she knows exactly what it is she's getting, and that way I can go back and refer to it afterwards. A $550 show, let's say you had, your normal hostess credit is going to be $55 in free product of her choice. She's also going to get one free gift. Now, something I usually do for a free gift is I usually let them choose any one item that's $15 or less. $15 or less as their free gift. It's totally up to you how you decide you want to do a free gift. And then, of course, I also offer my hostesses 150% off item. So I'm just writing those things down so we can go back to it. And then I go, okay, Holly Hostess, go ahead and tell me what your order is. And we're gonna make it as cheap as we possibly can for her. Sorry about the phone ring. All right, so some people are going to be like, I want to spend, X amount of money. Just say, give me a list. We'll make it as cheap as possible. If we have to rework the numbers later on, we can. So Holly Host says, I really like that Great Head product. I'd like to get that in the citrus. I think I also want to get that Jaguar because that looked like a really great toy. I want to get a Basic Instinct. I want to get a Coochie Cream and Pearberry. And she's like, oh, heck yeah, that jelly tool belt looked like the bomb.com, so I want to get that. And she's like, I think that's all I want. But you're like, I think I need to get her some more stuff because I want to make sure she's super happy. So of course she's going to need a cleaner, and you sell that to her. And of course she's going to need, I'm sorry, that was a lubricant. Of course she's going to need a cleaner. And of course she's going to get a sugar sack just because it's awesome. So now you're going to go ahead and you're going to take a peek at what exactly it is that she has on here. And we're going to now start to give some deductions. We're going to start taking some money off. So let's start off with the free gift. As I said, what I like to do is I like to take something that's $15 or less as a free gift. So I see what's on her sheet. Awesome. She has a sugar sack. I'm going to go ahead and cross that off. I'm going to write free next to that. It's going to help me later on. And then I see that we also have a 50% off item. By the way, I like check it off when I'm done. 50% off item. I'm going to use the most expensive item. First reason is, number one, I want to make sure she saves the most money so she can use her free product the most she possibly can. But number two, I also want to make sure that I can get the highest retail value out of it. So it's just better. It's a win-win for everyone. So 150% off item. I'm going to go ahead and use that on the Jaguar. And that's going to turn that into $29.50. Sorry, this is so big. I kind of have big fingers, and this is a teeny tiny little form. So $29.50 is going to be the new price for the Jaguar. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the rest, and we'll just subtract those things because I definitely see that we have more than $55 in free product on this screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my calculator. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that when you are calculating sales tax on a hostess's order, you always want to make sure you're charging sales tax based on the amount of money it normally would have cost her. All right? We are not Walmart. We pay sales tax before our customers get their products. And we're going to pay full price in sales tax. So you want to make sure you're charging her that as well. So I'm going to charge her $28 plus $18 plus, let's see, anything else? 20 for the pure silk, 17 for the Great Head, 59 for the Jaguar. As you can see, even though she's paying $29.50, I'm still going to charge her $59 because that's the price I have to pay for corporate. Good gracious, where'd my mouse go? There it is. Plus 16 for the Come Clean, 15 for the sugar sack. Even though it's free, I still need to charge her that. Plus 57 for the jelly tool belt. Now, in the state of Virginia, we have sales tax that's 5%. So I actually like to write down this number, $230. I like to write that right there because that's how much money this is going to cost me to get those items back in stock again. Plus, it's always nice to let her know what her savings are afterwards. So $230, and I'm going to figure out the sales tax. I'm going to multiply that by 5%, which is $11.50. Now I get to go ahead and do all of the rest of the math, which essentially means you can do it a couple of different ways. You can do the 230 and start subtracting, or you can just re-add again. I like to re-add again. It just helps me get my numbers straight. So 28 plus 18 plus 20 for that pure silk down there, plus 17 plus 29.50 now, plus 57 for the jelly tool belt. Go down a little bit more, plus 16. Now, of course, I'm not going to add in the sugar sack at this point in time because that was free. So that's going to be $185.50 before we take in this $55 in free product. So I'm going to go ahead and take this number, $185.50, and I'm going to go ahead and now subtract $55 from it, from her free product. And that's going to bring me with a total of $130.50. Plus 6 plus $11.50, and that's going to be her total now. The $6 is your shipping charge plus $11.50 in sales tax. She's going to be charged $148 even for her show tonight. Now, I always like to tell her that, you know, when you have a show, it's like extreme couponing. So $230 was her normal price for all this. She spent $148. That means she saved $82. Heck yeah, you cannot beat that. So that's essentially how you're going to fill in your hostess's order form. Now, once you get home and you do your party profit forms, just the reason why I like to fill it in this way is because when I do my party profit forms, it just makes sense to me that way. You might choose to keep track of things a little bit differently here. It's all completely up to you. I hope this helped y'all. Have a great day.